Turned and handed off again, and some early penetration by Iowa State, and Brian Peavy will get a tackle for loss back to the 7-yard line. The market at the 8, a loss of 2 on the play.
But it was penetration by Ray Lima.
Shotgun done, rolls the pocket to his right. He's in the end zone, he's under pressure, he delivers, broken up, and intercepted! It's going to be a pick 6 for the Cyclones! It was Willie Harvey that intercepted it and took it back. After it was deflected, I think Lanning might have gotten a hand on it, and then Willie Harvey, number 2, came up with a pick 6 for Iowa State. And Dunn drops to throw, delivers, intercepted! Kamari Kadmoya, another pick 6! There's pick 6s everywhere at Jack Trice Stadium. 2 of them for the Cyclones now. Willie Harvey and now Kamari Kadmoya.
Iowa State came with an all-out blitz, and a hot receiver was Browning. Kamari Kadmoya laid back, read it all the way, just stepped in front. That's about as easy a 6 as he'll ever have.
Dunn takes the snap, looks to his right, fires that way, it's picked off again! Intercepted by Brian Peavy, the captain. Cyclones 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line, their 3rd interception of the game.
Just a quick little square out by Doris Fountain. And once again, Brian Peavy read it, stepped in front, made the great catch.
Matthew Eaton in motion and hands it off. Montgomery, left side. And he bounces it outside, stays on his feet, bounces off a man at the 25, avoids another man. He's to the 20 and the 19-yard line, a 10-yard gain and a first down. Terrific run by David Montgomery. And Park will give it to Montgomery. Up the middle he goes, bounces it left, 15, bowls over a man at the 10 and gets to the 8-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal. David Montgomery picks up 11 and made a defender pay along the way.
Yeah, Jagai that time just got run over.
Park gives it to Montgomery again, bounces it left again to the 5. Touchdown, David Montgomery. 8 yards. And the Cyclones have their first offensive touchdown of the season. And Montgomery accumulated the final 29 yards of that drive on the ground. Park hands it off. Montgomery up the middle. Touchdown, David Montgomery, his 2nd of the day. And the Cyclones add to the lead. Park out of the shotgun on 4th and 1. Here we go. And he will throw it left. Caught. Murdoch. Touchdown. Marchie Murdoch.
Great job that time. A little cross out on the left side.
Cyclone defense shifting around, showing blitz. Here they come. And Dunn under pressure will be sacked. Willie Harvey came on a blitz off that left side, and he was the first one there. Then he had some company. Out of the shotgun, Park wants to throw it again, has time, delivers, caught by Lazard inside the 20 and down at the 13-yard line. Alan Lazard picks up 16 more. Oh, Lanning is going to enter here. The Land Ram package is in.
Josh Mueller.
4th down and 1 from the 5-yard line. Lanning takes the snap and runs it right and dives forward for the first down. Just enough, I believe, for Joel Lanning. Park takes the shotgun snap and looks to his left, slant, caught, touchdown, Hakeem Butler. Right over the middle, big 6'6" Hakeem Butler hauls it in. And Iowa State gets the victory. 42-24 the final. The Cyclones defeat UNI and start this season off with a win. Here come the Cyclones. A roar from this sellout crowd wearing cardinal and gold. Park in the shotgun. Fake handoff, he throws left, a fade, leaping catch, touchdown! It was Alan Lazard. A beautiful throw from Park, back shoulder, and Lazard went up and got it over Manny Ragumba. Park gives it to Warren, tries the left side, good hole, he's inside the 15, inside the 10, and he's to the 5-yard line. It's going to be first and goal, Iowa State. Out of the hole to start, pitch kick on the way by Owens, and it is good. An All-State good hands field goal to put the Cyclones in front, 10-7. Here's a handoff. David Montgomery right side, 20, a cutback, 25, another cutback. Montgomery on his feet to the outside. He's across the 30, 35, 40. David Montgomery cuts back again, finally brought down in midfield. An electrifying run by David Montgomery, 36 yards.
But
finally brought down by Neiman.
He used the whole field too.
Iowa substituting. Park looks, throws right side. Bumped by Montgomery. And he's trying to make a man miss. He does! He's across the 40, still on his feet. Inside to the 35-yard line, David Montgomery. Three receivers left, one right. Park to throw it. Here comes a rush. He delivers. Caught! Touchdown! Alan Lazard! His second touchdown of the day! Third down and 13 from the 22. Two receivers left, one right. Stanley to throw it. A blitz coming. They set up the screen. And a big hit! A big hit by Marcel Spears again. Back at the 15-yard line. They're going to mark it up at the 19. Wow, Spears with three big plays on that possession.
And I mean, absolute perfect tackle.
Fourth down and 1. And Park, a long snap count. Takes the snap, looks, Park delivers down the middle, wide open man. It's going to be a Cyclone touchdown. Hakeem Butler worked his way completely free, and Hakeem the Dream took it in for the Cyclone touchdown.
After Jackson slipped, it was all over, and Iowa State regains the lead.
And they're going to pitch it to Montgomery, left side, David to the outside, across the 5. Roka tackle! A flag for a face mask. He's still on his feet. Touchdown! David Montgomery just refused to go down, and he took it in for the touchdown. What an incredible run by that kid. He just refused to go down.
You know, it was pretty well blocked at first, but Iowa got up for some support. The first guy, though, just got his face mask, and that is the call.
What a run by Montgomery!
And he just willed his way into the end zone. That's a man's run right there, Coach.
Park, big handoff. He'll throw it on second down. Deep down the middle, wide open man. Hakeem Butler, over the shoulder catch. It's going to be a Cyclone touchdown! 74 yards. Jacob Park to Hakeem the Dream.
Second time those two have connected today. Gervais just got beat on the play. And this place, talk about excitement here in the last few minutes.
First overtime underway here at Jack Trice Stadium. Park drops to throw. Has some time, delivers left flat. It's caught. Chase Allen has the catch. And he's run out of bounds. Game tied at 38 here in the first overtime. Starcevic to hold. Good snap and hold, kick on the way by Owens, and he got it. Big kick for Garrett Owens. 41-38 Iowa State. And Iowa wins the game. 44-41 in overtime.
Oh, what a game. Heartbreaker for Matt Campbell and Iowa State.
Third and 12 play, Cyclones blitz. They pick it up. Now they don't. Lanning will get the sack on Woodson. Joel Lanning. Here's the shotgun snap to Park. He hands it off to Montgomery. And nowhere to go for David, but he makes somewhere to go. Goes left. 45, 40, down the left sideline, 30. A cut back to the 25, and he's tripped up by the field line. The 23-yard line, but it's a beautiful gain. Park out of the shotgun. Big handoff, throws late. He beat Jordan George, and a great throw by Park.
And just throw it up. Trust your receiver if you got a guy like that who will go make a play.
Park in the shot. 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Park drops to throw, has great protection, fires deep down the middle, man wide open, and a juggling catch by Trevor Ryan. He had to go to the ground to do it, but he made the catch and took it to the 33-yard line of Akron. The running back is Mike Warren. He's offset to the right of Park. And they'll give it to Warren. Off the left side, he's into the end zone for the touchdown. Mike Warren takes it in, and the Cyclones add to the lead. Out of the shotgun is Woodson. Now here comes Everett Edwards on a blitz. They send the kitchen sink, and they will sack Woodson back at the 45-yard line. Another sack for the Cyclones. Kyle Starcevich to hold a 40-yard attempt from the right hash. Kick on the way by Owens, and it is good. Garrett Owens connects on an all-state field goal. He wants to throw it, delivers right, and it is caught by Chapman. He fumbled the football, and Iowa State's on it. Forcing the fumble was Marcel Spears, and Iowa State recovered at the 28-yard line. Starcevich to hold, and the kick by Owens is good. Garrett Owens connects again, and it's 20-7 Iowa State. 3 receivers left, 1 right. He drops to throw it, trying to set up a screen. He does. To ball, brought down by Ray Lima. No gain on the play. Maybe a loss of a half yard. Ray Lima sniffing out that screen, and it was Lima time. And Park to throw it on 2nd and 1. Scrambling to his right, looking downfield, fires downfield to a wide open Marchie Murdoch. Touchdown, Iowa State. Jacob Park bought time and then found Marchie Murdoch wide open down the middle of the field. It's a Cyclone touchdown, 43 yards.
Cyclone offense has come out in the second half, John, with some real spark.
Woodson out of the shotgun, low snap. And now here comes pressure. He delivers, intercepted by Lanning at the 35 to the 30, 20, and going out of bounds at the 16-yard line is my neighbor, Joel Lanning, with the pick, and the Cyclones have the ball back.
Great job by Joel. He read that play, baited it really. They just stepped right in front of the receiver.
1st and goal from the 9. Park hands to Montgomery. Off the left side he goes. Bounces it outside. 5. Touchdown. David Montgomery. 9-yard touchdown run. Out of the shotgun, Park. Fake handoff to Montgomery. Park to throw. Delivers down the right side, and a sliding catch made at the 10-yard line by McKean Butler. Now Park looks to throw. Steps up in the pocket. He'll run it. 10, 5. Park diving. Touchdown. Jacob Park. A 15-yard run. Nelson drops to throw. 4-man rush. Nelson fires over the middle. Intercepted by Braxton Lewis. He's across the 20, 25-30 to the outside. 35-40 and run out of bounds near midfield. Braxton Lewis. The 3rd turnover of the day for Akron. 2nd interception for the Cyclones. Lewis came up with the pick. Big offensive day for Iowa State.
And 3rd consecutive game over 40 points.
And a really good defensive performance, particularly in the second half for Iowa State. And they win it 41-14 over Akron. Matt Campbell leads them out. Winner of 40 games in his career as a head coach now with that win at Akron. Shotgun Bouchel. He looks to throw. A quick toss. Left side is caught. And a great tackle right away by the Cyclones. DeMonte Ruth spun him around initially. Bouchel out of the shotgun. And he'll hand it off to Kyle Porter. And Joel Lanning brings him down. A gain of 1.5 yards, maybe 2. Out of the shotgun's Bouchel. 2 receivers left, 1 right. He'll hand it off to Warren, trying the left side. He flips it back. It's a fumble. It's Iowa State's football. DeMonte Ruth recovers the ball as they were trying a trick play. Downing the punt it, trying to pin him deep. Hits the end of the ball to make it go end over end. It'll be bouncing at the 5, rolls forward, and knocked back into play. It'll be Iowa State downing it at the 2-yard line. Bouchel out of the shotgun in the end zone. Turns and hands it off. On a running play by Porter, he's brought down. And it was Lanning and Jaquan Bailey. No gain on the play. Up the middle goes Porter. He runs into Willie Harvey, who pushes the pile back. And Bouchel drops to throw. They send 4. Here they come. And Bouchel gets rid of it. It's intercepted by Kamari Cotton-Moya. And he's to the 40-yard line of Texas. Oh, Kamari Cotton-Moya came up with the pick. See how many Texas sends. They send 4. Park delivers. It's caught by Lazard to the 20, to the 15, and he's down at the 11-yard line. And Park to throw. Here comes a blitz. They pick it up. Park scrambles, throws, touchdown. And the Cyclones are on the board. And that was Matthew Eaton that made the leaping catch in the end zone for the touchdown for the Cyclones. And that's going to do it. So Texas wins it 17-7. Kept out of the shotgun, drops to throw, swings it out to the right flag, caught by Montgomery, got a block, across the 30, 35, 40, Montgomery to midfield, a cutback, he's across the 45, and cuts back again, still on his feet, David Montgomery to the 40, 35, and run out of bounds at the 30-yard line of Oklahoma. What a play by David Montgomery, 45 yards.
And he ran about 100.
Lanning all alone in the backfield. Takes the snap, runs behind Buckner off the left side, fights off a tackle across the 15 to the 10-yard line. Joel Lanning has Iowa State first and goal. Owens will try a 25-yard field goal just inside the left hash out of the Kyle Starsevich hold. The kick is good. It's an all-state good hands field goal by Garrett Owens. And the Cyclones are on the board. It's a 14-3 game. Lanning takes the snap, flips it to Montgomery in the right flat. David trying to make men miss. Does. Gets to the left side. Got a block from Lanning. Montgomery on the run. Inside the 40. Dragged down at the 31 of Oklahoma. Out of the shotgun, kept. And in fake handoff. Kept to throw it. Delivers over the middle. Caught by Ryan. Inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. The Cyclones into the Case IH red zone.
Well blocked once again as Oklahoma brought some pressure. Kemp delivered a strike to...
Did he ever? Beautiful throw by Kyle Kemp. They give it to Montgomery, cuts it back, dives for the goal line, he's in. Touchdown, David Montgomery. And what a special player he is and has been so far in this game. And a fake handoff, kept to throw it. He's gonna fire it deep down the middle of the field. Has a man, Butler, a leaping catch. He's inside the 20. Hakeem on his feet to the 15. Fights his way to the 13-yard line. Garrett Owens out of the hold of Kyle Starsevich with 7 seconds to play. There's the snap and hold, kick on the way, and it is good. Garrett Owens connects from 32. And it's a 24-13 game. And second and 1, quick throw to Ryan. He's got some daylight across the 40, 45, 50. Trevor Ryan on his feet into Oklahoma territory. An all-state good hands field goal attempt by Garrett Owens. The kick on the way. It is good, and Garrett Owens is 3 for 3. And Iowa State's to within 8 at 24-16. Mayfield out of the shotgun, sends a man in motion. Mayfield lost the football. It's on the ground. A scramble for it. And who got it? It was Iowa State on the recovery. And it was Joel Lanning that recovered the fumble. How about that? Kept. Will look to throw it from the end zone. He fires deep left side. Caught by Lazard. Across the 35 to the 38-yard line. Alan Lazard on a 3rd and 14 from the 2 gets 36.
Wow, what a play. And once again, trusting your receiver to go make a play in one-on-one coverage.
A blitz from Oklahoma. They find Murdoch in the right flat. He's across the 30, 25, 20. Murdoch on his feet to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown! Marchie Murdoch, 28 yards from Kyle Kemp.
A great design on that play because Murdoch had gone across the formation in motion behind the quarterback. He flipped it out to two terrific blocks. Only two players had a shot. Corner into safety. They were both beautifully blocked.
And a two-point try coming up for Iowa State. Kemp takes the snap, looks to his left, fires that way, and a sliding catch made by Alan Lazard for the two-point conversion, and we are tied at 24.
A lot of stunned people here.
Great job, keep playing. We're off.
And he'll hand it off, left side run. Sermon in trouble in the backfield, trying to avoid it, and they try to trip him up, can't do it. Now they do, at the 28-yard line, a loss of 2 on the play. Terrific team defense by Iowa State. 12:57 to go in the fourth. Tie game. Kept out of the shotgun. Quick throw right side, caught by Trevor Ryan. Got a block from Lazard. Down the right sideline, Ryan. Still on his feet. 30, 20. Touchdown, Trevor Ryan. Off the throw from Kemp. And Iowa State has the lead. Lazard threw a key block.
And great job by Trevor Ryan, tight-roping down that sideline.
Did he ever? Mayfield from the shotgun. Looks to throw, pumps left, now looks back to his right. Scrambling left, looking, keeping his eyes down the field. Still scrambling. Now chased by Lanning and sacked. Joel Lanning got him back at the 29-yard line. The sack for Lanning. He has done it all today. Kept out of the shotgun. Play clock to 3. Kemp takes the snap. He delivers down the left side. A leaping effort. And a catch for the touchdown by Alan Lazard. Are you kidding me?
Well, a player makes a play. That time Kyle Kemp puts it where he needs to, but you trust Alan Lazard to go up and make the play.
The 20th career touchdown reception for Alan Lazard. And a great throw by Kyle Kemp. And the Cyclones regain the lead with 2:19 to go. Mayfield drops to throw it. Has time. Mayfield buying more time. Now in trouble. Rolling to his right. Looking down the field. Throws back against his body. Incomplete. And Iowa State's going to take over the football.
This is the stunningest upset in college football this season.
Without question. Iowa State was a 31-point underdog. Somewhere, Marv Seiler has a big smile on his face.
Anybody that's ever worn the Cardinal in gold or cared about them has a smile on their face. And that's it.
They take a knee again, and that will do it. The Cyclones knock off number 3, Oklahoma, 38-31. An incredible victory, and the Cyclones win it by 7 on the road. Their first win in Norman in 27 years. There's the snap, and Downing hits it, keeps it low. Sims has a returnable ball. He fumbled it. It's loose, and Iowa State's on the football at the 45-yard line of Kansas.
Trevor Ryan.
Sims had no shot and hit him right in the chest. Martin play action. Bender looks to throw it, fires down the middle, and it's broken up and intercepted by Kamari Conboya. He's across the 20. He's inside the 15, inside the 10, to the 8-yard line. Iowa State will have it first and goal. Kemp out of the shotgun. Will give it to Montgomery. Off the left side goes David, and he will fight his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State. And a quick throw to Deshaunte Jones, left side. Has some blockers in front of him, and he fights and stays on his feet across the 30, and he'll have the first down. Incredible effort by Deshaunte Jones.
Breaking tackles, doing a great job, had some help, guys downfield.
When Sontag to snap it, the hold by Starcevich, kick on the way by Owens, and it is good. Garrett Owens connects from 26. And Bender hands it off, and off the left side they go, and Joel Lanning and J.D. Wagner are right there to meet Dom Williams, the ball carrier for Kansas. They just sent 3. Bender dumps it out in the right flat. It's caught, and a monster hit by Brian Peavy. No gain on the play as they flipped it out to Dom Williams out of the backfield, but Peavy was right there to make the play. Kempt, play action, delivers down the middle. Butler, a sliding catch at the 1-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Kempt gives it to Montgomery. He dives. Touchdown, Iowa State. David Montgomery with his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game, his 7th of the season. Now quick snap to Bender, quick throw right side, and a big hit. Everett Edwards on that receiver screen. And they bobble the snap again and get it blocked. And it's going to roll out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. And that's where Iowa State's going to take over the football. Out of the shotgun, Kempt looks to his left. Now fires that way as a man open. It's caught by Lazard inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. And they'll go quickly. Kempt hands it off. Montgomery wants his 3rd touchdown of the day, and he has it. Another Cyclone touchdown for David Montgomery. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Lanning running left side. And on his feet, 40, 35, and run out of bounds at the 31-yard line. There's the punt. Sims lets it go over his head. It bounces at the 2, and guess what? Trevor Ryan downs it at the 1-yard line. The Cyclone special teams continue to be special. Probably the final play of this 3rd quarter. Kempt drops to throw it. He looks left, fires that way, it's caught. It's Marchie Murdoch making a man miss and taking it in for the touchdown. Close snap, Zeb goes down to get it, wants to throw it, fires deep down the left side, trying to go to Landon Akers, who makes the catch. Inside the 25-yard line, a flag on the play. He was being interfered with and caught it anyway at the 22, Landon Akers. 2nd down, the 22. Zeb to throw it, fires to the left side, leaping catch, Jalen Martin inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. What a catch by Martin, 24 yards to the 10. 1st and goal, Iowa State in the Case IH red zone at the 10. Hand off to Croney, reverses his field to the 5, cuts it back, touchdown. Sheldon Croney took it in from 10 yards out. And that is it. Time expires and Iowa State wins it 45-0 over Kansas. First shutout in the last 2 years. And Kempt fakes a handoff, wants to throw, looks left, throws it that way, it's caught, and breaking a tackle and getting the 1st down. And across the 50 is Murdoch to the 45-yard line of Texas Tech. Long snap count. Kempt low snap, goes down to get it, looks left, fires that way on the slant, caught, 1st down and more. To the 30-yard line is Deshaunte Jones. Kempt out of the shotgun, looks to throw it. He delivers to the right side, caught for the touchdown by Alan Lazard. Nicely thrown ball by Kempt. Alan Lazard, another touchdown reception, his 5th of the season. Out of the shotgun, Shimanek. He'll hand it off on a jet sweep. And around the left side goes Kiki QT. He's brought down for a loss. DeAndre Payne. Cyclones with that 3-man front. They're going to hand it off again. Stockton around the right side. And he's brought down on a great tackle by Willie Harvey. And he will hand it off. Right side running play goes nowhere. Trey King stopped for a loss by J.D. Wagner. Back at the 35-yard line, a loss of 2. Drops to throw. Under some duress, dumps off the screen to Stockton, but Iowa State read it beautifully. It's going to be a loss, and the ball popped out. Who got it? It's Iowa State's football at the 34-yard line. They tried to catch him on a screen. Iowa State would have none of it. 1 man to the left. Low snap. Kempt goes down to get it. Delivers quickly to the left side. Caught by Murdoch. Made a man miss inside the 20, 15, and spun to the ground at the 12-yard line. Kyle Starsevich will hold just inside the right hash. Kick on the way. and it is good. Garrett Owens now 9 of 11 on field goals this year, and the Cyclones lead it 10-6. Split backs here for Texas Tech, and they'll try to run it on first down, but not much running room there, maybe a half yard, and the ball came out again, and is Iowa State on it again?
They are.
Yes, they are. Willie Harvey with the fumble recovery. 3rd down and 3 from the 5. Shotgun snap to Kemp. He throws left. Eaton, a great catch. Touchdown, Iowa State. Matt Eaton reached back behind him and hauled it in. Touchdown pass by Kemp.
He put some mustard on that throw to the outside and high.
And Kemp will hand it off to Montgomery. Off the left side he goes. Pretty good blocking in front of him. David broke a tackle, and he's across the 25 and still on his feet to the 27. In motion goes Marshy Murdoch. Kemp looks to throw. Fires to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Back in the end zone. Eaton the touchdown from Kyle Kemp. His 3rd touchdown pass of the day. And Shimanek to throw it. Crossing pattern. Caught by Cantrell. And Harvey. A beautiful open field tackle. No gain on the play. 3 men within 7 yards of the line of scrimmage. And here's Shimanek rolling to his right. Now facing pressure. And he will be sacked by J.D. Wagner. Bailey got to him first, then Wagner came in to clean up all the way back near the 14-yard line is where they're going to spot it. A sack for Wagner. Play clock at 8. And they snap it to Shimanek. Here we go. He sets up and delivers over the middle. Almost intercepted by Joel Lanning, but it goes incomplete, and Iowa State will take over on downs. 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line of Iowa State. Shimanek wants to throw it. Screen, stolen away, an interception by Marcel Spears, and this is going to be a pick 6 for Iowa State. He anticipated and stole it away, Marcel Spears. A pick 6 for the Cyclones.
Great read. It's a play that Texas Tech has run before in other games. The man in motion goes out to the right. They fake it to him on the pass, then come back with the screen to the other side. Shimanek had to lob it over and never saw Marcel Spears. Big time play right there for that defense. Jet tempo the rest of the game. Check now.
2nd and 2 from the 33. Throw in the right flat. Caught, but a big hit and a loss. Monte Ruth. 4:34 to go. Out of the shotgun, Shimanek. He looks to throw it. Here comes a rush. He steps up. And now he's sacked by Carson Lensing. Back at the 29-yard line. Lensing gets the go in the 4th quarter. Handoff goes to David Montgomery, and he plows ahead with good hard running. Still on his feet. Montgomery to the 30, to the 25, to 20. Finally run out of bounds inside the 20-yard line into Case IH red zone of the 16. My goodness, David Montgomery.
He just broke tackle after tackle. Still has some juice left after carrying 25 times.
58-yard run by David Montgomery. First time since before I was born. Iowa State has won 4 consecutive road games. They improved to 31-13 victory over Texas Tech. They improved to 5-2 on the season, 3-1 in the Big 12 Conference. How about this team? What a tremendous team win.
I love what you stand for. I love how you practice. Okay? If I practice and do the little things, I have a great chance to be successful. But then I got to go execute. Okay? All it does is give you a chance. But I'm really proud of this football team. I don't want to take it away from you. But I want to prepare you for what's coming.
And this place is buzzing. This is going to be a lot of fun today as Iowa State and TCU do battle in a top 25 matchup here in Jack Trice Stadium. And now kept out of the shotgun on 1st and 10. Play action. He looks to throw it. He's hit as he throws. And it's going to be caught, I think, by Lazard. He dove for it and made the catch at the 17-yard line. That ball was up in the air forever, but Lazard went and tracked it down. Receivers to the right side, one to the left. And now Kemp looks to throw it that way, delivers, and it's caught for a touchdown by Matt Eaton.
Well, they're playing for that corner route, the high fade, and instead you break it off. Back shoulder throw, well thrown. Tejada turned around never had a chance.
And Hill running that way on an option play, pitches it back, and tripped up for a loss on the play. Darius Anderson, as DeAndre Payne came in there and made the stop. And now they give it to Anderson again. He's brought down this time for a loss.
J.D. Wagner.
J.D. Wagner. There's the Hong Kong Fooey kick. It's loud at Jack Trice Stadium right now. And a draw play by Hill, brought down for a loss by Marcel Spears. Kemp takes the snap, hands it off. Montgomery up the middle, broke a tackle across midfield, still on his feet, broke another tackle inside the 45, has the first down and more, inside the 40, and finally run out of bounds at the 38-yard line of TCU. A gain of 15 on the run for David Montgomery.
Well, he broke about 4 tackles in that run, too.
Oh, my goodness. What a run by Montgomery. Feed the beast. 4:40 remaining in the second quarter. Cyclones a 7-0 lead in the ball. 2nd and 7 from the 35. They bring Jones in motion. Fake handoff. Kept to throw. Delivers deep down the left side. And an over-the-shoulder catch made by Al Lazard at the 6-yard line. He came back to get it against Tejada. Kept through the back shoulder pass. And Lazard went up to make the catch. 3rd down and goal from the 4. Kempt takes a look back to his sideline. Now takes the snap. Kempt to throw it. Delivers to the end zone. Leaping catch made for the touchdown by Hakeem Butler. How about that? In the back of the end zone. Hakeem the Dream.
I mean, it is
went up and made the catch.
It is the very back of the end zone.
And the Cyclones lead it 14-0 at halftime. All alone in the backfield is Kenny Hill. 5-receiver look. Hill to throw it. Delivers left. Intercepted by the Cyclones. Across the 30. Across the 40. Across the 50. Still on his feet. And all the way to the 30-yard line of TCU is Brian Peavy on the interception. Kenny Hill just threw it up for grabs. And Brian Peavy grabbed it and returned it all the way to the 30-yard line of TCU.
Well, you talk about a big play in this football game. Just a terrible throw by Hill.
Kenny Hill awaits the snap. Second goal from the 3. Hill fakes the handoff, wants to throw. He's going to be sacked by Jaquan Bailey. The ball's loose, and Iowa State's on it. It's a fumble, recovered by the Cyclones. Jaquan Bailey knocked it loose, and J.D. Wagner recovered for Iowa State. Second and 10 from the 46. Shotgun snap to Hill. Cyclones only sent 2, and the pass is intercepted by Marcel Spears. Marcel Spears picked it off, and the Cyclones have the ball with 1:16 to go.
What a great break on the ball in that zone. Stepped right in front of the receiver. Second interception in 2 weeks. He had the big pick 6 last week. How big is this?
Down to 47 seconds. The crowd chanting ISU. Kempt, the unlikely story, takes a knee, and the Cyclones win it. They have knocked off the number 4 TCU Horned Frogs. This is not some mirage. This is a really good football team. They started the month by beating number 3 Oklahoma, and they end the month by beating number 4 TCU. A perfect 4-0 month in the direction of Kyle Kempt. The Cyclones are tied for first place in the Big 12. Bring on November. How about those Cyclones?
You know,
and they're bowl eligible along the way.
And that's an afterthought. Who would have thought, talking about being bowl eligible, be an afterthought? There's much more on the table in the future, possibly for this football team.
And now you can play Sweet Caroline. 14-7, how sweet it is. The Cyclones knock off number 4 TCU with a tremendous defensive effort here today. And the crowd has swarmed onto the field. And the celebration begins in Ames. The month of October, perfect for Iowa State.
And how beautiful seeing that field covered with fans, you know, and it's like, what was Iowa State's record against top 5 teams?
They'd won one in their history. And they've won twice this month.
They've won twice this month.
It is team above self. That's the platform that you're using. And nobody wants to buy into that in our culture today. Okay? Our culture says it's all about me. Our culture says screw process. I want instant gratification. But here's a fact, and young guys, listen to me. If you fall in love with the process, then eventually the process will love you back. It's an awesome win. Great for our fan base, great for everything, but most importantly, great for you, because you sacrificed. And you can do whatever you want, but we gotta get better. I love you, I appreciate you, but I'm really, really proud of you.
Iowa State and West Virginia today, and it's 20-0 Mountaineers. Man, could they use a drive right here. Kept in the shotgun. Montgomery offset to his left. West Virginia blitzes. They hand it off. Montgomery, a good hole off the right side. He's across the 30 and keeps his footing to the 28-yard line of West Virginia. Good, strong run by Montgomery for 9. And Owens to kick it. And the kick on the way by Garrett, and it is good from 42. And the Cyclones are on the board. It's a 20-3 game. Kempt in a pistol formation with Montgomery behind him. Kempt to throw it. Right side, caught by Lazard. Touchdown, Iowa State. Alan Lazard pulls it in from Kyle Kempt. And the Cyclones have their first touchdown of the day.
Great drive.
A little over a yard to go for the Mountaineers. Out of the shotgun, Greer offset to his left. And they'll give it to Crawford. Up the middle he goes, and he might have gotten it with second effort. We'll see about the spot. No, they did not make it. They did not make it. A 4th down stop for Iowa State. Kyle Kempt takes a look back to his sideline. Now takes the snap and hands it off to Montgomery. Trying the left side. David bouncing it outside. Stays on his feet inside the 10, inside the 5, all the way to the 1-yard line. A tremendous run by Montgomery, all effort. 9 yards.
Boy, talk about bouncing it outside, keeping his balance.
What a run by Montgomery. In a pistol formation with Montgomery behind him. 3rd and goal from the 2 for Iowa State. In motion goes Butler. And Kempt hands it to Montgomery up the middle. David Montgomery fighting for the goal line. Did not get there. Stopped a half-yard shy. It'll be 4th and goal from the 1. A 19-yard field goal attempt right in the middle of the field. Kicked by Garrett Owens is good. And it's a 20-13 game. The Cyclones with 13 unanswered points. Shotgun snap to Kempt. He looks left. He fires that way, and it's a catch for Butler, but he's going to have to make men miss. He's still on his feet. Oh, they ruled it down. They ruled it down at the 40-yard line. Butler might have scored a touchdown. Kempt's out of the shotgun. 3-man front for West Virginia. Kempt drops. Has time. Delivers over the middle. It's caught. David Montgomery made a man miss. Gets inside the 25. Still on his feet. He got the first down to the 23-yard line. Montgomery picks up 10 with effort.
Incredible effort by David Montgomery. Looked like he was going to get 5, and he wills his way.
What
a first down
play by David Montgomery. 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Do they throw a fade to Lazard? Kempt looking left. Kempt in trouble now, rolling to his right, throws for the end zone. Incomplete. Montgomery was the intended receiver.
He thought he was tackled. And West Virginia, despite not scoring in the second half, going to win this one.
West Virginia holds off a spirited comeback attempt by Iowa State. Both teams now 6-3 overall. Both teams 4-2 in the Big 12 Conference. Iowa State and Oklahoma State today at Jack Trice Stadium, senior day.
A little extra juice for them. Great senior class. A bunch of really good guys who really put the time and effort into this.
Kept out of the shotgun on this 2nd and 3 play. He'll give it to Montgomery. He bounces off the pile, runs it back to the left, stiff arm, across the 20. A good cut, inside the 10, inside the 5. Touchdown, David Montgomery.
A terrific job, stuffed at the point of attack. Just reverses direction, then makes a couple of guys miss. What a tremendous run.
And Nolan is going to try his first throw. It's a slant. It's caught by Lazard, and he's across midfield to the 49-yard line of Oklahoma State, trailing by 7. Zeb Nolan, the quarterback. Play action. He wants to throw. Has protection. Fires. It's caught by Ryan at the 21-yard line. A bullet by Zeb Nolan at a 22-yard gain.
Yeah, well thrown ball by Zeb Nolan. Man, he's coming in here hot.
1st and 10 from the 22 of the Cowboys. Nolan hands it off. A run for Montgomery to the right side, looking for a block. Inside the 15, inside the 10. A cutback all the way to the 4-yard line. They'll mark it at the 3. David Montgomery picks up 19. Two receivers to the right side. Montgomery is set up just to the right of Lanning. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. Lanning takes the snap, runs behind Montgomery, bounces off a man, trying to get to the goal line. Being pushed close to the goal line and in. Joel Lanning got there.
What a massive humanity right there.
How about that? Lanning sets the new touchdown record for rushing touchdowns for a Cyclone quarterback. His 16th career rushing touchdown, and it's a 21-21 game between these two top 25 teams as we go to halftime. Zeb drops to throw it, delivers over the middle, it's caught, a first down at the 15-yard line. That was Marchie Murdoch with the catch, and another great throw by Zeb Nolan. Nolan put it right on the money, and the Cyclones go quickly. 1st and 10 from the 15. Direct snap to Montgomery. David running right, inside the 10, inside the 5, all the way to the 3-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal for Iowa State. He just got tripped up. And they might direct snap it to him again here. They do. Montgomery running right, breaks a tackle, into the end zone, touchdown! David Montgomery! And Iowa State regains the lead. Play clock to 5. Lanning takes the snap. He'll throw it left, looking for Lazard, and he made the catch for the touchdown. Are you kidding me? Alan Lazard caught that ball. It was thrown kind of behind him, but he hauled it in, and Joel Lanning has thrown a touchdown pass, rushed for a touchdown. If this guy doesn't win the Horning Award, there's ought to be an investigation. How about that?
I mean, unbelievable. And they're running off the field, and Alan Lazard gives the ball to Joel Lanning.
Two receivers right, one left. Nolan off play action to throw it again. Fires over the middle. Caught by Trevor Ryan. And a flag down for targeting at the 9-yard line. Ryan is injured, so is the defender. And this will be a targeting call against Trey Flowers. Ryan held onto the football at the 9-yard line. Oh my goodness, what a collision.
What a blow.
How did he hang on to the football? What a stallion that guy is. An absolute stallion. I mean, to hang on to that football as he was getting lit up. Cyclones lead it 35-34 with 8:47 to go. Montgomery shifts into the backfield. And Nolan hands it to him off the right side. Montgomery, touchdown! David Montgomery with his 3rd rushing touchdown of the day and his 11th of the season. And the Cyclones add to the lead with a great drive.
Yeah, it didn't take a lot of plays, but man, every play a winner in that drive.
3rd down and 21 for Oklahoma State. Rudolph pumps, now facing some pressure. Rudolph delivers deep down the left side for Aitman, and he made a tremendous catch for the touchdown. Marcel Aitman made a great catch.
Are you kidding me? What an unbelievable throw and catch.
Nolan wants to throw, pressure coming, he delivers left, it's caught by Lazard, 20, 25, 30, Lazard on a cutback, 35, across the 40, Lazard stays on his feet to the 44-yard line. 4th down and 13 from the 22-yard line. Nolan takes the snap and drops. He delivers over the middle. It's caught by Montgomery. Made a man miss. Made another miss. Montgomery inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. First and goal with 44 seconds to go.
What a gamble. You throw it underneath that time and count on your money back to make a play. David Montgomery
did he ever. Second and goal from the 4-yard line. Zeb out of the shotgun. He looks to his right now. Fires that way for Murdoch. And it's intercepted, I believe. Taken away by A.J. Green from Marchie Murdoch. The officials are talking about it. Both players seem to have simultaneous possession of the ball, it seems.
And it's a touchback.
On the field, it's an interception and a touchback.
Oklahoma State wins it 49-42 on senior day here at Jack Trice Stadium. Just a total guts effort by these two football teams. I mean, tons of great plays. And Iowa State loses a heartbreaker. 49-42 the final.
A player or two here or there is the difference between winning these last 2 weeks and losing. Winning today would ensure the first winning record in conference play since 2000. That would be a great accomplishment. There's all kinds of positive things at stake.
Now from the 36, play action. Zeb throws it deep down the left side for Lazard, and he made a great catch for the touchdown. Alan Lazard has tied the school record for season touchdown receptions. There's his 9th.
Throwing that pass into the wind, maybe a hair underthrown, but what great reaction to the ball.
Second and 16. Now Brewer looks to throw it. Pumps, delivers into the right flat, caught by Hasty, tripped up at the 11-yard line by Kamari Cotton-Moya. A loss of 5 on the play. Brewer spins around and hands it to Hasty. He's hit in the backfield and dropped. Ray Lima. It's Lima time. Does tackle for loss.
How much do you want to put on Zeb Nolan's plate here?
Well, he's been better throwing it down the field than short. Here's Zeb on first down, looking to throw it deep. He fires down the left side, and a great catch by Akeem Butler. Inside the 15, inside the 10, still on his feet. Touchdown, Hakeem the Dream. What a play, 67 yards, a one-hand catch by Butler.
I asked about Zeb Nolan, the confidence they have in him, and you made the point, well, he's been throwing it better downfield, exactly what they did. You know, at West Virginia, that huge forward progress would have been stopped about the 10-yard line. But he just kept going, took it into the end zone. What a great play by Hakeem Butler.
Backs in the eye, Brewer under center. First and goal from the 2. Handoff, and Lovett is hit hard by Peavy, and he will be brought down. And Lanning saying the ball came out, and Iowa State has it. Let's see. They do! It's the first turnover of the game.
Well, we're talking off air. Who's going to turn it over in this game?
How about that? First and goal at the 2, and they fumble the football, and Iowa State gets it.
They stuffed the point of attack, and Brian Peavy just went in and just took it away from the freshman.
Montgomery offset to the right of Nolan. And they'll give it to him up the right side. David across the 25, across the 30, still on his feet, across the 40, and across the 45 to the 46-yard line. David Montgomery picks up 26.
Oh, that is, I'm not going to be denied.
23-13 Iowa State. First and 10 from the 25. Brewer drops to throw. 3-man rush. He delivers over the middle. Intercepted. It's picked off. And this is across the 25 out near the 38-yard line. Reggie Wilkerson. And then the ball popped out at the end of the play. Reggie Wilkerson comes up with the interception. And a handoff to Montgomery, trying the right side. And he's stacked up. Oh boy, and bent backwards. And he's trying to get up. And he's hurt. David Montgomery injured on that play. The whole Cyclone team is down on the knee, hoping for the best here for David Montgomery, who is hurt. They're helping him up. He's not going to put any weight on one of his feet. And they're helping him off the field. Doggone it.
Oh, man, what a warrior. he has been. Sheldon Croney, the man.
3 receivers left, 1 right. Noland gives it to Croney off the left side. Pretty good hole. He breaks a tackle across the 40, 50, 45, 40. And he's finally horse-collared down, but they don't throw the flag. They snap it to Lanning. He runs it right side, and he'll have the first down. Inside the 15 to the 13-yard line, and that's going to do it. So the Cyclones, they're going to have their first above 500 finish in the Big 12 Conference since the year 2000. Cyclones pick up their 7th win of the season. Good hard-fought win for Iowa State. 23-13 the final. It is Iowa State and Kansas State, the regular season finale. Sunny, beautiful day here in Manhattan. Big 12 football, 101st meeting between Iowa State and Kansas State. And they got Kansas State caught here in a substitution. They snap it quickly to Kempt. He looks to his right, fires deep downfield for Deshaunte Jones, who comes back to make the catch inside the 20. And all the way to the 14-yard line is Deshaunte Jones. Here we are in the third quarter. 3rd down and 6 from the 9-yard line. Kempt pumps, throws left, and into the end zone for Murdoch. He's got it for the touchdown. Marchie Murdoch just wanted that ball, and Kempt put it right on the money. A touchdown for the Cyclones.
Yeah, Creemore out there in coverage, and Kempt that time basically threw him open. And great catch by Murdoch, and Iowa State back in the lead.
2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Thompson will try to run it. Off the right side he goes. Here comes Kamari Cottonmoya to stack him up, and now the stop made by Marcel Spears. A loss of a yard on the play. Kamari Cottonmoya sniffed it out, and then Spears came in to clean up. And Kempt, off play action. Has some time. Now he's hit as he throws, delivers right, and Lazard made an outstanding catch at the 29-yard line.
Unbelievable.
What a catch by Lazard. They'll give it to the 30 on the mark. First and goal from the 3. And Kempt to throw it. Delivers to the right side. Caught. Touchdown. Hakeem Butler. Another great throw by Kyle Kempt. And the Cyclones put together a masterful drive to increase this lead. Kempt, fake handoff, wants to throw it. Good protection. He'll take off and run. Kyle slides to the 43-yard line. They only give him the 42. And now a flag comes out after the play. They might have gone after the head of Kyle Kempt.
Well, he slid and he took a hit. Whether it's targeting or not, it's a late hit on a quarterback.
Long discussion here for Reggie Smith and his crew.
There is no foul on the play for a late hit.
You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming.
I mean, that is a terrible, terrible call. I mean, he takes a shoulder pad to the back of the helmet after he slid.
Kept out of the shotgun, 3 receivers right, 1 left, a blitz coming. He delivers left for Lazard, and it's incomplete, and a flag down for pass interference. Lazard, they were shoving him back. Right into his chest was Duke Shelley.
I mean, it's pass interference, but there's a conference going on, and we all know how well that's gone today.
Oh, don't do it again.
There is no foul for defensive pass interference on the play. 4th down.
You got to be kidding me. One guy sees it, the other guy talks him out of it. I mean, this is bordering on ludicrous. I have never seen anything like this officiating crew today in football.
8 seconds left. 2nd and goal from the 1. Thompson from the shotgun. Barnes offset to his right. Thompson takes the snap. Has time. Now rolls left. He's running out of time. He scrambles to his right. He's looking. Thompson throws to the end zone. Touchdown. And a game winner for Kansas State. Isaiah Zuber makes the touchdown receptions. And Kansas State wins it.
The previous play is under further review.
What would they possibly be reviewing here?
Can't review anything. It's a touchdown. It's a game winner for Kansas State.
This is the biggest kick in the midsection.
That's what we said last
this
time
is like,
we were here.
I mean, this is the house of horrors, and Iowa State deserved to win this football game.
Well, it's happened again. It has happened again here in Manhattan.
This is unbelievable.
AutoZone Liberty Bowl, Iowa State and Memphis ready to go here on Memphis's home field. Iowa State has converted 1 third down. Now they try to do it again. Kempt looking to throw, delivers deep down the middle, has Hakeem Butler wide open. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Hakeem the Dream, 52 yards.
Oh, what a big play receiver Hakeem Butler has become. He's got the size and the speed. That time just ran a skinny post, and he was wide open. Ball perfectly thrown by Kyle Kempt, so he didn't have to break stride. No one could catch him. 6 points.
3rd down and 7. Line of scrimmage to the 36 of Memphis. Ferguson out of the shotgun, drops, now under pressure. He tries to run it, and he's brought down. Great job by Jamal Johnson. He had help from J.D. Wagner, who throws in a Hong Kong Fui kick. And it's a stop. It'll be 4th down, and a decision for Memphis. 4th down and 8 from the 37-yard line. Ferguson out of the shotgun. He looks to throw. Here comes a rush. He's sacked. It's Jaquan Bailey.
Another big field position flipper right there. Great job getting the ball, stopping Memphis after they had the start of a good drive.
4th down and 5 from the 30. Memphis shows blitz. Here they come. Kempt delivers over the middle. Caught. 1st down inside the 20. That was Alan Lazard again, landing in the shotgun. Offset to his right, Sean Buckner and Montgomery. Lanning takes the snap, runs it right. Lanning, touchdown! Joel Lanning with his 2nd rushing touchdown of the season. And my neighbor has put the Cyclones back in front.
Well, good blocking that time. They used motion from Hakeem Butler across the formation. That ball was snapped just after Butler passed the quarterback, went back against that motion. Pretty well blocked, but Joel ran through just a little hand traffic at about the line of scrimmage. He was not going to be denied. Jake Campos with a big block.
3rd and 15, shotgun snap to Ferguson. He sets up, here comes a rush. He tries to avoid it, he's sacked! Back at the 20-yard line by J.D. Wagner, and there's the Hong Kong Fui kick. 3rd down and 13 from the 33 of Iowa State. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Ferguson drops to throw. A rush coming, he's in trouble, and he's sacked! Back at the 39-yard line. Joel Lanning with help from J.D. Wagner. And Jamal Johnson was there as well. 3rd down, about 3.5 to go from just outside the 31 of Memphis. There's the shotgun snap to Kempt. A rush coming. He delivers over the middle, caught by Lazard. And he's inside the 15, into the Case IH red zone. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. A gain of 20. Kyle Kempt from the shotgun. Kempt wants to throw it. He's being rushed. He delivers to the end zone, lobs it up there, and it's caught in the back of the end zone by Alan Lazard. He wasn't even the intended receiver, but he caught it for a Cyclone touchdown.
And he is right at the back of the end zone. I'm sure they'll take another look at this one, but I think was that for Marchie Murdoch?
I think it was. And Lazard in the right place at the right time hauls it in the back of the end zone for a Cyclone touchdown. Kempt takes the snap, wants to throw it. Here comes a rush. He delivers right, has a man open. Hakeem Butler at the 15. Across the 10 is Butler, still on his feet. Dives for the pylon. It's going to be 1st and goal for Iowa State. Kempt hands it off. Montgomery up the middle. Touchdown! No, the ball popped out. The ball popped out. And Memphis says they have it. And they do. The first fumble of the season for Iowa State. It looked like a touchdown. This is going to be reviewed. It's going to be a huge review. It's either a touchdown.
That the ball carrier fumbled the ball prior to crossing the goal line. Memphis recovered in the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown.
Ferguson out of the shotgun. Ferguson drops, a blitz coming. He's in trouble. Ferguson scrambling right, firing downfield, and it's broken up beautifully by Reggie Wilkerson. He stepped in front of Coxie and knocked it away. What a play by Wilkerson.
And Iowa State had the safety blitz coming that time.
Cyclones leading 21-20. Out of the shotgun, Ferguson, a blitz coming. Ferguson delivers to the right side, incomplete. He overthrew his intended receiver, and Iowa State will take over on downs. Ryan Peavy had the coverage out there.
John Haycock brought the house, man. He has brought pressure against Riley Ferguson a ton here at the end of this game. He's mixed it well throughout the game. And now 2 timeouts left. Iowa State still got to do some stuff. Well, coach, it's never easy, is it?
Receivers to each side of the formation, landing in the shotgun.
He'll take the snap and follow David Montgomery. Off the right side he goes, breaks a tackle. He has the first down. Hang on to that ball, Joel. He does, to the 48-yard line of Memphis. First and 10, Iowa State. Joel Lanning with a 9-yard run.
Their first win here in the Liberty Bowl in 3 tries.
And there it is. Kyle Kemp takes the knee, and the Cyclones have won the AutoZone Liberty Bowl 21-20. What a great team win, and what a fitting end. In every college football program, there comes a time and a team that sets the path for the future. A team that takes down old traditions and blazes a trail for new ones. A team that hits it hard for every yard, does not back down to the giants, and in the end creates a lasting legacy. The 2017 Cyclones were aiming to be that team, and through the process, they will be remembered for setting a new standard for Cyclone football. This is Standard Raised, the story of the 2017 Iowa State Cyclones. Hi everybody and welcome. We wanted to take a look back at what was really a special season for Cyclone football, the 2017 season, and Coach Campbell's going to help us by kind of focusing on some of the highlights throughout the way. But Coach, first of all, I want to just kind of take you back to before the season started. What were your expectations coming in? How did you feel the summer had gone and everything kind of leading up to the season?
Well, I think the thing that there was a sense of confidence in our walls was the leadership that was starting to be portrayed by our players and the buy-in value of what it takes to ultimately have success. They were committing to that at a really high rate. And so, you know, I have never placed a win total on a season because I'm just not a believer on it, but the one thing that I knew is that we were going to have a chance to really grow and better ourselves because we had given ourselves a foundation going into the season to be able to have success and handle the success. When you do have success, handle the emotion of that, but also have the foundation amongst you that when you handle some tough times, you're going to have the ability to bounce back. And this group really embodied that on the front end, which, you know, in turn, as we look at it, we're able to really kind of confront all those things as the season went on.
Did the way the season before it ended with some success layered late in the season help a little bit with that?
Well, I think it certainly sparked the enthusiasm coming back in January a year ago, and I think it gave some of those seniors who really stayed the course and really who invested greatly in that 16 team. I think they really showed some of these upcoming seniors, hey, here's what you have to do, and just more of you got to be willing to commit to what these coaches and what this program's trying to do, and if you do, great things can happen. And I thank those 16 seniors that stayed the course with us, that continued to fight with us and allowed us to get better in 16. I think that really sparked some momentum for this 17 senior class to kind of take the bull by the horns and really elevate, you know, raise the standard of the football program.
After the Texas game, you mentioned in your press conference you felt like you were really, really close to breaking out with this football team. So I guess what was kind of the feeling in your mind? You had kind of switched to the 3-man front right before that Texas game as the primary defense, and it seemed like you were getting really close to breaking through.
Well, I think the positive that I took from the Texas game was that you saw us grow in some areas that in the first 4 games maybe we were just off. And, you know, part of that was because we had such a young group on defense, and not even so much in terms of age but experience, and we knew we wanted to keep things simple, develop some confidence, and then when we got to that bye week, really explore how do we best maneuver and position our guys going forward. So I think when you left the Texas game, especially from a defensive standpoint, you said, wow, we've got something we can work with here. You know, there's some things that we can continue to grow and better ourselves. And we made some tough changes that are hard to do for a coaching staff. And I give a lot of credit to our coaches to buy into that. And we spent a lot of time creating that. But the other thing was there was a sense of imbalance in our team. There was a game where we didn't play our best and you felt like maybe we were just smidgen off. And ultimately my job as a coach is to correct those imbalances. And, obviously some tough situations with Jacob Park and some of that. But I think once we dived into what was creating some of those imbalances, I think we went into that practice on Wednesday and Thursday before the Oklahoma game balanced for the first time that I felt like all season long. And we were able to kind of get ourselves at least in a mindset, in a reality where it kind of came like this as a football team, and we rallied around each other through some adversity. And Jacob did a great job talking to the team about what he was going through, and I felt like our kids. I'll never forget Joel Lanning coming out and getting his first reps at quarterback on Wednesday's practice, and our team, that kind of was like the moment that this team just kind of went like this. And we literally went into that Oklahoma game where we felt like, wow, we're as close or as tight-knit of a group as we've been since we've been here. And whatever will happen, but we're going to go play really, really hard, and we're going to give ourselves a chance to win the game. It was really fun to watch our football team take a great amount of growth that week leading up into that football game.
Led to good expectations within the walls of the Bergstrom football complex. Outside these walls, though, nobody was expecting much of the Cyclones that Saturday in Norman, Oklahoma. Iowa State was a 31-point underdog, but boy was that.
Cyclone Nation, baby! 70 strong, let's go!
It feels great. It feels great. No better feeling. Huh?
How'd you get it done today?
I mean, it's played as a team all game long, up front especially.
Team effort the whole time, never gave up. Defense was bend but don't break. We just battled all day.
We just always stay the course, we always say 4 quarters. 4 quarters, we stayed the course. We're down 14-0. We stayed with each other.
This is the start of something special. The start of something really powerful and special. Only if you stay the course. I told you this when it wasn't going well, and I'm going to tell you it when it's going good. I could not be prouder of a football team and a group of young men than I am of you. We're not perfect. We're still growing. But I love what you stand for.
Well, Coach, that day we saw really one of the most remarkable things that I think I've ever seen in college football, which was what Kyle Kemp did. It's one thing to play well. Right. It's another thing to outplay the Heisman Trophy winner on his home field.
As much as it's that fact, it's that Kyle was prepared, and he had the mental capability to prepare as a starter since he's been here. Yeah. And when his opportunity came to play at his best and help his team be successful, he took advantage of it. That's, to me, what's so fascinating about this Kyle Kemp success story in the Oklahoma game, and really became the success story of the rest of the year. But Kyle took advantage of his opportunity when it came his way. And I think there's so many stories in college athletics, and it's not just football, it's all sport, that you're dealing with 18 to 22-year-olds that whatever sport they were the best in their high school career, and then they go to college and you have to start back over, and you have to create these habits that were created in high school and then recreate them at the collegiate level that allow you to take advantage of that opportunity no matter when it comes. And sometimes it comes as freshmen, sometimes it comes as juniors, and in Kyle's case it's his senior year with 4 games already have played, and it takes a real special person to have the ability, the mental capability to stay the course. And what that did for the young guys in our program and the future of our program, I think is as big as getting the win in that game, and Kyle, playing the way he did. But I couldn't have been prouder of his performance and really what he brought to our football team.
And obviously it wasn't just Kyle. A lot of guys played well. Defensively, he played very well. What did that win on that field on that day do for your program?
Well, I think the biggest thing is it taught us that when you stay true to this and when you really do the little things well, we've been preaching that, but now all of a sudden the validity of winning a football game. And, at some point you have to win. At some point it just can't be talking, it's doing. And what we did that day is we did it. And, we proved that not only is there belief, but we learned how to win. And that was something that to me was invaluable that we took from that experience, is that we can do this. This can happen, and we can win those games.
And maybe as important a message as you sent to the team the entire season is in that locker room right after that game, don't let this be the pinnacle of your season.
Yeah, and I think when you're trying to work from the ground up in some way, shape, or form and build this with great consistency and longevity, that you have to learn what it is to win those games, but you also have to learn what it's like to win those games and yet know there's so much left out there to play. And soon expectations will come if you sustain success. And how do you handle that and how do you grow from it in a short window? We had to be able to transcend that, really quickly into the following week and throughout the rest of the football season.
What a tremendous team win.
I love what you stand for. I love how you practice. Okay? If I practice and do the little things, I have a great chance to be successful. But then I got to go execute. Okay? All it does is give you a chance. But I'm really proud of this football team. I don't want to take it away from you, but I want to prepare you for what's coming.
Well, Coach, that week of the Kansas game, I think there's a lot of great moments in the season, but to me, one of the most impressive was the way your guys came out against Kansas, because there was every reason not to,
Right.
And they didn't let the Oklahoma game go to their head. I know you had a rigorous practice the next day, and they were really ready to play and locked in for Kansas.
Well, and again, that only happens if the leadership in your program is at a really high rate. If the player ownership says, we're going to come pack and we're going to work, your best players are going to come to work the next day, then everybody's going to follow their lead. And really, that's what happened. And again, it starts with your assistant coaches being on the same wavelength and same message, and then it transcends to your leaders, and then it's a trickle-down effect. And that's what happened. I think our coaching staff, we've been in those moments. I said this, at Toledo, we beat Arkansas in a very similar situation, and we learned really quickly how to handle that in a positive or how it could be handled in a negative way. And I think we took some of those experiences and were able to shed some light into to our leadership on our team of, hey, listen, here's what the expectation is going to look like, and here's how we got to handle those moments. And I thought our kids did a phenomenal job, and our assistant coaches did a great job as well.
And to do the unexceptional things exceptionally well. Kansas was a great example because your special teams were just tremendous that day.
Yeah, and you look at that day, not a great weather day, a perfect opportunity, like you said earlier, not to maybe play your best football, but we took care of the football, played really good on special teams, and we got off the field on third down, and all those things were really the difference in the game and allowed us to play really good football that day.
And you followed it up with a great win on the road at Texas Tech. Marcel Spears, one of the kind of moments that everybody's going to remember from this season when he got that interception to put that one away.
Yeah, and a big road win. I think you look back on that Texas Tech team, how they were playing at that point in the season, really good football, senior quarterback, traditionally hard place to play, and our kids went in with a great mindset, and it was a perfect example too. We didn't start the game off great. Obviously, Kyle throws the interception early, they get a touchdown out of it, and that thing could have easily rolled fast the other way, but if your player ownership and leadership within the program takes advantage of it, and some other guys stepped up. Matt Eaton had a really good day that day. Kyle bounces back. Obviously, Marcel emerges as a big name, and I think we all knew Marcel had all the ability to become some of those key factors for you. Carson Lensing has a key sack in the game. There's a lot of little things that happened that day that I thought was really good for the growth of our football team.
And it set the stage for a big game at home, another top 5 opponent with TCU coming to Jack Trice Stadium. And that was a very special.
And the crowd has swarmed onto the field. And the celebration begins in Ames. The month of October, perfect for Iowa State.
And how beautiful seeing that field covered with fans, and it's like, what was Iowa State's record against top 5 teams?
They'd won one in their history.
And
they've won twice this month.
They've won twice this month.
It is team above self. That's the platform that you're using. And nobody wants to buy into that in our culture today. Okay? Our culture says it's all about me. Our culture says screw process. I want instant gratification. But here's a fact, and young guys, listen to me. If you fall in love with the process, then eventually the process will love you back. It's awesome win. Great for our fan base, great for everything, but most importantly, great for you, because you sacrificed. And you can do whatever you want, but we got to get better. I love you. I appreciate you, but I'm really, really proud of you.
Well, Coach, it's really fun to win a big game on the road, and you've done some of that here at Iowa State for sure, but to get one like the TCU game at home and see the fans celebrate, and Marchie Murdoch up there leading the marching band, what a moment.
Yeah. Well, for our fan base, you know, and I had said from day one, the people that have allowed us to lay a foundation here, from recruiting to creating a vision, it's been our fan base, and they have been why we've had success and why we've been able to recruit and why we've been able to breathe life into this program. They've been the constant, they've been the consistent asset of why and how we build off of. And so for us to be able to bring a win like that home and to be able to do that here, and to be able to play an opponent like TCU and continue to learn how total different way to win that game than when we won the Oklahoma game. And every game is going to be different. You're going to have to find a different recipe for success in a game like that. And that game was, we got a lead, we took care of the football, we played great on defense, and we played to it. And to finish the game off that way was really big. And so to me, I think all those things coming together, I thought that was huge for our football team and certainly for our program.
And it's getting to the point with that win against TCU where it seems like your guys are expecting to make that big play and to put the game away.
That's right. And again, I think that was really big for the future of our football program, that there was an expectation and a way to handle, you know, the in-game flow that sometimes can be really positive and sometimes can get away from you.
And you mentioned the defense. At this point in the season, I think people around the country are starting to recognize what a phenomenal job John Haycock's doing with that group, and some stars are emerging. And it was just really fun to see you win a game with your defense.
That's right.
Like that.
Yeah, and like you said, I think the willingness to create change, you know, with what Coach Haycock and that staff did between DK McDonald, Tyson Vite, Eli Rashid, and the time and the effort they were putting into that's hard. Like I said, that's hard to do. And to be able to put those guys in a really good position to be successful, it was really coming into fruition at that time and really playing its best football when we needed it the most.
To your guys' credit, when you needed to go down to Baylor and find a way to win that football game, you did, and with some adversity going on.
Well, you know, I think you were waiting for, at least I was, the shoe to drop a little bit on the other side of it. You know, where so many guys played so many snaps this year, you know, that elite depth that I think you're looking to have, we're still not there yet, and that's something that's really important as we continue to push the needle of this program forward. And yet we still had every opportunity to win every one of those games. And, you know, then all of a sudden you lose Kyle, you know, midway through the Oklahoma State game. Here's, you know, Zeb, who now gets his opportunity to go into the game. In the Baylor game, you lose David, you know, and it's one of those situations where it was a great gutsy team win and a win that I thought was huge to the last road game, technically the last road game for the season, that you had the opportunity to go and get a big win, and I thought that was big for us.
But the regular season ends, you're sitting there at 7-5, and you know that there's going to be an opportunity to go to a bowl game, which is really a big deal for this group of seniors, for the entire team who had never represented Iowa State in a bowl game.
No, I thought that part was so big for those kids, you know, for the Alan Lazards, the Jake Camposes, you know, the Jack Spreens, J.D. Wagners, these guys that have given so much of their life to this program, and to be rewarded with that opportunity. And, you know, you couple that with a really gut-wrenching loss at Kansas State, and it was such an emotional piece, and it was the one time I felt like we kind of went back to some of those old bad habits that now somebody else is going to take the win away from us. And when we had the opportunity to make plays, control our own controllables, we didn't. I think the positivity of these seniors getting the opportunity to play in a bowl game and that gut-wrenching loss at Kansas State allowed us to stay focused through the period of time as we got ourselves ready for the Liberty Bowl.
Joel Lanning with a 9-yard run.
Their first win here in the Liberty Bowl in 3 tries.
And there it is. Kyle Kemp takes the knee, and the Cyclones have won the AutoZone Liberty Bowl 21-20. What a great team win, and what a fitting end to this fantastic football season. Fans came down here in huge numbers, and they are rewarded, as is this great senior class, with a 21-20 Cyclone victory.
What a way to finish this season. That terrific terrific season, a stepping stone season. I think we're just scratching the surface of what we're going to see Iowa State become in football with Matt Campbell, his staff, and this group of players.
So awesome to see this senior class, who had not been to a bowl game, rewarded with a bowl victory.
Well, Coach, you mentioned some names of guys that had given so much to the program, and I think that's, to me, the thing that makes that so special, that whole week, that whole experience. From the pep rally and those guys walking out and seeing that, to the game itself, to the way the game played out, just to have those guys in their final games as Cyclones win in that setting was really cool.
It was so profound, and to me, you're right. The pep rally, and I'm not a big pep rally guy, but that was really, really cool. And to walk out in that stadium, it still sends chills up your spine to see part of it Cardinal and part of it blue, and the energy in that crowd. But to me, what I'll never forget is that this group still had to put a stamp on this, and the way that game ended, I couldn't have asked for a greater way to, again, what did we learn this year? What happened is we learned how to win. And here was another area where we had the opportunity in the last football game to win the game, and we didn't. There was controversy, there was things that we couldn't control, and it was out of our hands. And what we did in the last 2.5 minutes of that game, defensively we stood up, we got the stop. Offensively, we got the first down, the game ended. That was put a stamp on this season to say, you know what, did we have the opportunity to achieve success? We did. We learned how to win, and we learned what it took to win football games here at Iowa State, and a multitude of different ways to win it, a multitude of different components that you're going to have to combat, and we figured it out. And now we can take those lessons and we can move forward in this football program.
And it was so great to see two guys that really set the tone for the whole deal. Alan Lazard deciding to come back, forego the NFL for one more year because he felt like Iowa State was on the verge of something special and he wanted to be part of that. And then Joel Lanning, obviously, to see those guys play the way they did in that setting, Joel ending the game basically. Yeah. Alan the MVP. Yeah. You can't top it.
No, and for those two who both physically, emotionally, and really from a leadership standpoint has given so much to, and a lot of expectations put on their shoulders, have given so much to Iowa State football. You couldn't cap it off any better way. Alan, probably his best game of his 2017 season, at least from a production standpoint, and Joel being Joel, and continuing to do what he did for us so much in the season. Those two, the ball in their hands, through the critical moments of the game, you couldn't be more excited for them and really proud of them, and a lot to look forward to going forward as well.
And as you think about that, you said to the guys in the locker room right after the game, this doesn't entitle you to anything.
No.
And that was, I'm guessing, a message for the young guys.
Right, and I think the thing that I had said, to our seniors on Friday night and then to our team Saturday after the game is, one thing that we've learned is you're not entitled to your goals and dreams, and so no matter what it is and no matter what we have to look forward, that's fact. And some unique challenge to look into 2018. Year one, we learned how to believe. Year two, we learned how to win. Year three now is, can you handle expectations? And the only way you're going to do that is if ego and if the guys that have the ability to play to what their potential is develop and grow and not let their ego get in the way, then handling expectations is the next step. But it's easy to say it, it's really hard to do it. And great challenges for this football team in this offseason.
Speaking of easy to say, hard to do, you set the bar at saying we're going to raise the standard for Cyclone football. Did this team accomplish that?
Yeah, I think that win allowed that team to look itself in the mirror and say, what, everything we set out to do, we did. And again, how they did it. Well, the how, it was way more important than the what, in my opinion. And so I think that's what has permeated through the walls in this program is the how. And now, again, can that how allow you to continue to elevate to what the real goals that we do have in this football program, and win a Big 12 championship, play in the Power 5 playoffs, continue to raise the standard of what this program looks like and feels like day in and day out.
It was a special, wonderful season, but it's only and because it's making us so excited about the future.
Right.
That's what's so great about it. Matt, thanks for taking some time. Really appreciate it. Congratulations on everything. What a great year for the Cyclones.
Thanks so much.